All right, welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
I'm Gary.
And today we are going to talk about...
We're going to talk about the presidential election in 2024.
Imagine that, political tarot talking about political things.
No, exactly. We actually haven't, the Democrats have not formally made Kamala Harris their candidate, but I think she's close enough.
Purposes, she's there.
Yeah, for our purposes, we're going to assume that she's going to be the Democratic nominee. So we wanted to see the current energy around the election. How's it looking November 5th for Trump? And then maybe take some what-if scenarios from this reading.
Okay, so let's look at that energy from the perspective. I'll let you throw for Kamala Harris because you're the bleeding heart liberal, blue-haired, nose-pierced, commie pinko Marxist.
I'm being infiltrated by cats too. Hey,
yeah, see, you're one of those childish cat ladies.
Hi, kid. How are you?
I'm gonna pause for a second while he cats along.
Okay. Right. Cat addressed.
Yeah. Cat crisis averted here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temporarily.
As I was saying, as the bleeding heart liberal Marxist, fascist, whatever it is that you are, I'll let you read on the energy of Kamala Harris come November 5th.
All right, sounds good for entertainment.
And then I'll read on the Trump energy.
Okay, so Kamala Harris.
Because I want to make America great again.
What's the energy on Kamala Harris on election day?
Yes.
All right, for entertainment purposes only, deck has been shuffled. All right, I'll give you all a sneak peek at the underlying energy card. Ooh, okay, don't tell me. Okay, so the foundation of the reading, how's Kamala Harris energy on November the 5th? Temperance.
That's a good start.
That's a wonderful start. It's about balance. The sun is rising. Everything is looking really nice. We got our emotions in control. Everyone's kind of balanced and in a good place. Oh, crossed with the Three of Cups, celebrations.
Yep.
People are happy and they're celebrating.
That I see. You almost don't have to do any more cards after that.
Underlying energy is the Two of Pentacles, balancing. There's going to be. It looks like there's going to be a lot of emotional turmoil and waves in the background, and
because the Democrats cheated in the election, so there's going to have to, of course, be court cases and challenges to the fraudulent election and the tens of millions of dead people that voted and things like that.
I'm glad that you're the one that's saying that, because my people have been saying that for years and no one believes them. Not even the court system. So we're balancing here, trying to. I'm sure what this is very likely saying is that there's a very positive outcome for the Democrats who are celebrating. There's the Republican Party, Trump, out there, throwing his fake elector or false election interference, election fraud nonsense in the background, and just balancing the need to move forward with the need to address this nonsense argument. Okay, in the past. Oops, like this?
Yes.
In the past, we've got the Judgment card. And this could be one of two things. This could be, so I guess not really the Justice card. The Judgment card was the call to arms. It's just like, look, folks, this election is about whether you want a democracy going forward. Trump's even gone. I think he had a recent speech in front of a bunch of Christian nationals telling them that I need your vote this year, and then you won't have to worry about voting in 4 years from now.
Right.
The implication
in Florida.
Yeah, the implication being, could be he could be inferring that there may not be any more free and fair elections in 4 years.
By the way, Tom Cotton went on to say that, Trump was obviously joking.
Yeah, of course he was.
The hilarious thing is if you actually listened to Trump saying it, which I did, he didn't say it with any type of humor or irony in his voice, nor was the audience laughing uproariously. So to call it joking is disingenuous and typical gaslighting. Carry on.
Yeah, let's not frighten our voters just yet. Let's spring it on him. He also wants to get rid of birthright citizenship. So anyone who's not white Christian national can also then be, I don't know, deported, I guess. So
what if that means he's get rid of Melania and her family?
Well, yeah, this is the women. These are the youth votes. These are for the people who value democracy. The horn's blaring and saying, guys, you need to come to the polls and vote. And apparently they did.
Yep.
The current energy is the page one.
Put the bottom of the card to the top corner. There we go.
Sorry, I was being critiqued in the comment section about my layout. So
yes, and not by me. I've noticed it too. I just let it slide. But if we're gonna match style, this is how you match the style.
So the current energy is the Page of Wands. It's about passions, about creativity, getting the message out. This is probably the youth vote. The young people going to the polls and letting their opinions being known in this election in November.
Liking it. Keep going.
The overarching energy is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the election, there's a lot of hard work. We were showing you the things of value. Once again, this is kind of a younger person that's out there working hard and focusing on what's valuable to them. So I think we've got the women's vote and the youth vote is really going to be impactful in this year's election. I mean, I don't get bonus points for that insight. I think that one's probably obvious, right? But
it's just reiterating.
Yeah. The overarch. So that's the overarching energy. The lesson to be learned.
Rotate it. There you go. It's all upright to you.
Yeah. The lesson to be learned is the Ten of Pentacles. It's kind of the conclusion, things of wealth and value. This is, could be finally putting the old guy out to, the old folks home, and the young couple and the kids are finally getting things that are valuable to them. This is it's kind of coming. It's like coming to the conclusion of this. So maybe this is meaning that MAGA is finally going to be vanquished here. The outcome, the Nine of Pentacles. This could be your Kamala Harris. We've got lots of things of value around us, things of beauty, and we've got a lot of. We've worked hard. We are reaping the benefits of our hard work and enjoying life again. That's what I've got. You want to take a crack at this?
I think you've got it. Look at a lot of pentacles on the end there. Yeah, but basically, it's called to arms. Young people have come forward and spoken. There's a lot of hard work that still needs to be done, but everybody in the society, from the youngest people to the oldest people, will benefit from this. And Kamala is going to be the one who brings it, or the divine feminine energy is the one who brings it. That Two of Pentacles is kind of the shift as we start moving away from the patriarchy and moving on to the age of Aquarius, where women, the divine feminine, is going to be a more prominent force going forward. That doesn't mean there isn't going to be a whole lot of fighting.
Yeah,
because why would the people in power willingly let go? Now, I want you to think metaphorically about Joe Biden not running for re-election.
Yep.
Male patriarchy willingly leaving power and having a woman take over. There's the metaphor for what's happening and the proper way to do it.
Yep.
In listening. Now, the Republicans and the conservatives they're not going to go down without a fight. No way. They're going to cling on to that power as much as possible. Okay.
Yep. I really liked how you're reading on that particular card, on the lesson to be learned card. I think you nailed it.
Okay, so now let's go ahead. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the energy around Trump post-election. We start off with the high priestess, divine feminine wisdom. I think women have spoken, and it's going to be the female vote that is his undoing. Hey, you took credit for Roe v. Wade. That's awesome. It came back and bit you in the butt. But that doesn't mean that there aren't plans for this. So he's already, the minute that women have spoken, he's already got his plans. Just like the last election where we didn't even get a freaking day to celebrate before the legal cases were being lodged. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a repeat of 2020. And underneath is going to be the Nine of Wands. This battle is, even for Trump and for us, this battle is not over yet. Just because we've decided at the polls, now we're going to move it to the legal system. Because that's the only place that he's got to go with it. In the past, we have the devil card because it's Trump.
Yeah, Trump's being Trump.
It's just what's going to happen. He said he would challenge the election in 2016 if he didn't win. He won, so he didn't have to challenge it. He said he challenged the election in 2020 if he didn't win. He didn't win. He challenged it. He's already been making noise for a year now that he's going to challenge this election if he doesn't win it. He's not going to win it. He's going to challenge it. It's just the same old thing. The difference is now we're used to it. We've seen this, and we've seen this song and dance, and we know they don't have any data to back it up. And this time he's also not in government. So he doesn't have the levers of power that he can leverage to force the government to give some air of legitimacy to these fake claims.
Yeah, but finally like 10,000 votes, right?
Yeah, he's going to do it anyways. He's got the Supreme Court on his side of things. So he's going to push it because he knows it's going to eventually go to the Supreme Court. And he's hoping that 6-3 conservative majority is going to do something for him. Current situation, the Four of Wands. Yes, of course. The other reason why you have to keep this going is because you have to avoid prison. Trump's whole reason for running for presidency isn't because he wants to, lead the country to new heights. He's got two main objectives. One, stay out of prison. Two, punish the people who he felt didn't defend him enough. Mm-hmm. Those are the only two reasons he wants to run. Oh, well, three, grift like he's never grifted before.
Yeah.
So
it must be an important reason for that fourth.
Those three are not mutually exclusive. He can do all three at the same time. But yeah, it's election day. The folks have decided welcoming in the new government. Overarching energy is the Tower. His world is going to come collapsing down. The voters have spoken. He's going to try and collapse the election. He wants to collapse democracy because why? He's a drowning person. He's a drowning man, and he will cling on to anybody and push them down if it sticks his head above water so he can get another gulp of air. The lesson to be learned is the Six of Coins here. There's a lot of money that's behind Trump. A lot of money that's in the corporate media that want Trump because they don't want to be taxed. And he'll get a lot of coverage from that corporate media. Although, maybe corporate media like Fox News, they'll play it up because this is going to be kind of like their last hurrah with Trump. Because if he doesn't win these court cases, there's no reason to believe he will. But if he doesn't win these court cases, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's irrelevant. So make your money while you can off of him. And this is just corporate money that's been behind this whole thing. Outcome, the death card. It's the end. It's the end of Trump and the end of his reign with this one. He's not going to be able to buy, and again, this could also be the Supreme Court justices. You got your 6 justices on the Supreme Court. But here's the thing. The court really needs evidence. They need evidence to rule on. And it's going to have to go through the court systems. And if there's no evidence, you can't get it to the Supreme Court. You have to have some type of compelling case.
Yes.
Just saying tens of millions of dead people were voting. Okay, fine. Where's the proof?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we don't care. We just want to get to the Supreme Court. That's not how that works. The Supreme Court eventually has to say, you're wasting our time. We can't even take this.
This goes back to that too big to rig, too real to steal.
Exactly.
You make those victory margins so large that he just simply cannot get any traction with this dead people voting nonsense.
Exactly. Now, if he loses, let's say he loses Pennsylvania by 100 votes or something like that, then you might be able to make some argument that there were illegal votes cast that could have shifted 100 votes, but not when you lose by 100,000 votes.
Yeah, and it's just funny because it seems like every time they find illegal voting, it seems to be a Republican voter that's actually doing the fraud.
Exactly, and that's exactly what happened. It's just, well, the Democrats are going to cheat, so I thought I'd cheat. That's pretty much the mindset. Grandma died. I know she would have voted for Trump, so I voted for her and mailed it in. You dumb bunny.
It's like every accusation. It's like I said before. Every accusation is a confession.
It's a confession. Yep.
Do you want to do a woulda, coulda, shoulda? Do you want? How about do you want to do like a 4-card? Is JD Vance a major reason for Trump losing in November? His choice of VP.
If he still is VP in November.
Well, yeah, we could, but we've already kind of taken a quick peek at that.
I would say I was watching Sterling with Linda today, and Linda asked Sterling, is Trump going to replace JD Vance? Sterling is of the opinion, yes. Right after the Democratic National Convention, when the Democrats pick their VP, and then Trump's going to be like, it's not fair. They got to pick their VP second. No way. I'm going to choose mine now to counteract theirs because, Trump. Okay, well, yeah.
Do it like a 4-carder. Is it policy or is it personnel? Yeah, is it?
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I got no feel for it. Okay. Do you have a question?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, whether it's JD Vance is what causes his campaign to really falter, or if it's just his really lousy policy platform. The revenge policy of 2024 wasn't resonating with his voters. Think so? Should I throw on it? Okay. Looks like I'm throwing on it.
I got no opinion on this one. I have no interest in knowing the answer because I don't care.
just the fact that he's losing's enough. Okay, so did Trump's poor performance directly relate to his choice of vice president? Okay, so the signifier is the Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective.
4-parter.
Yep. You got the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords, and underneath it, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So we're starting to see some interesting cards here. So with JD Vance, looking at it from a different perspective, I'm looking at this as normally you pick your VP because they shore up support for you in places where you're weak. Mm-hmm. In this case, the VP was very likely selected by a shadowy group of people that want to basically take over the government and push their candidate here. And the reason why is because they offered a lot of money for this candidate to be the VP. There's a lot of financial windfalls by having this candidate, and this candidate for VP, JD Vance, it's got their ideas, and he's going to take these ideas down the road and through the arch.
Yep.
JD Vance, he's a young guy putting out the Heritage Foundation's messaging and just throwing it out there willy-nilly and ready to defend against all attackers. but then Trump had to make a decision. Do I continue with this guy that I don't like, that's not helping me gather more votes, or do I stick with the money? And I guess at the end of the day, he felt that sticking with the money is what's going to get him to the finish line. So does that mean that JD Vance was his ultimate downfall? I'd say I think it's more his love for money is what caused the downfall, and his love of money and his desire for freedom with that money is what he decided to keep Vance, and that's what led to his downfall. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's a policy thing. That Two of Swords with the Page of Swords. He took in somebody who was not ready for prime time. That decision was made, and he went with it. Why? Because he wants the money, but also putting JD Vance in there really brought to the forefront the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025, and that's what's turning people off. I can't remember. I think Bo, fifth column again, as we reference him so often. I believe he did a show, a podcast a couple of days ago, where he was noting Google searches for Project 2025. And it was something like there were more Google searches on Project 2025 than there were on Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. And, it was looking at, people who are supporting it or against it. And the numbers were rather stark, like maybe like 10% of the people knew what Project 2025 was about a month ago or something like that. Now that number is up around 40 to 50% or something like that. And 2/3 of the Democrats don't like it. And about 2/3 of the independents don't like it. And it's about a 50-50 split with just slightly more Republicans liking it, or those who identify as MAGA liking it than don't like it. So it's truly become their policy.
Yeah.
And I think that Project 2025 is just going to be the real turnoff on the voters. So will it matter who his VP is? No, but Vance is just going to be that reminder that that's Project 2025. If you're going to look for a poster child for Project 2025, it's JD Vance.
Yeah, I agree.
In his couch.
Okay, yeah, so we don't need to throw a second one.
Okay.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on that like button. Smash that like button and leave a comment. I go through them all, and I try and read them all, and I try and respond to as many as I can. Yeah,
and I guess the other thing is check your subscriptions. The other day I was talking with Shell, and it's like I had lost 5 subscribers in like a 10 or 15 minute period. And it wasn't like I had put up some controversial video or anything along those lines. And then I started seeing comments in the community section saying that they had been unsubscribed from my channel like 4 times in the past week. So I don't know why the algorithm does that. I don't know why YouTube does that. There's no way that I've seen to understand why it's doing that. But if you've subscribed to the channel and then all of a sudden you find yourself that you've been unsubbed, go ahead and sub back again. Screw YouTube.
Stick it to the man.
That's right. This show is about sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Two white guys with silver hair.
Yeah, talk about the man, right?
Exactly.
We're the proverbial man.
One of our favorite sketches from In Living Color was Homie the Clown when he sold out. Homie don't play that game no more. Okay, everyone. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next video.
Take care. Bye.